What's going on, guys? Welcome into New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green, and we're about to get into a Giants Rumors Mailbag, which aired on our live show. We go live every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you're a subscriber and have your notifications turned on so you can join the party. And I also want to give a shout out to today's sponsor, Aura. You can get started with them today for free at aura.com/chatsports. They're an all-in-one digital safety tool to help you protect yourself, your family members, and your identity online. You get started today for free. 14-day trial, aura.com/chatsports. My guy King Wolf, what up, bro? He asks, would OBJ want to come back? There's a new regime and no Gettleman. Maybe fix the bridge. Hashtag bring back 13. That's what I'm talking about. Look, I love Odell Beckham. I love what he did with the Giants for the 5 or 6 years he was here. He's arguably the best Giants receiver of all time. Some people will say Amani Toomer for the playoff success he had, but nobody got the fans out of their seats like Odell Beckham did when he was wearing that number 13 jersey for the New York Giants. I would love to see him back. But I think we have to face the facts. Odell Beckham is not going to come back to the Giants this year. He probably won't even be ready to play until the earliest, November, December. He tore his ACL in early February, and that's a 9 to 12-month injury. He tore his ACL the first time, and he was out for 11 to 12 months. Supposedly this surgery went better, but I suspect OBJ won't sign until the middle of the season, and he's going to look at the landscape of the NFL and say, which team can give me the best chance to get back to the Super Bowl and compete? Or maybe he just may go ahead and re-sign with the Rams. But I hope one day, maybe it's the last year of his career, Odell Beckham will once again play for the New York Giants. I appreciate you, King Wolf. Tony B, another faithful subscriber to the channel. What's going on, bro? How scared are you with our lack of experience at the cornerback position? Honestly, I'm very scared. There's a lot of young players on this team. After you lost James Bradberry by cutting him to save a lot of money, $10.2 million, your number one corner is Adoree Jackson, who played really well down the stretch of the 2021 NFL season. But outside of Adoree Jackson, there's question marks. I like Aaron Robinson, but is he ready to be a full-time starting outside corner? Is Rodarius Williams ready to step up if an injury happens? Can Darnay Holmes hold down that slot position? Will Cor'Dale Flott flash as a rookie? There's a lot of young and unproven players on this Giants quarterback depth chart, and that concerns me in an era of the NFL where people like to throw the ball 30 to 45 times. So to be honest with you, I'm concerned, but I'm also looking forward to the young guys having an opportunity to show off their talents and what they can be in the NFL. Alberto, my guy, Daniel Jones is one of the best deep throwers in the NFL. Should the Giants sign DeSean Jackson? All right, I'll break down the first part. Daniel Jones throws a great deep ball. We know that Daniel Jones has had the most success when he's been able to throw it deep and uncork the deep ball. He's had success his rookie year with Darius Slayton, who had 8 touchdowns. So I don't mind the idea of adding a deep threat because DeSean Jackson is one of the best to ever do it when it comes to being a deep threat in the National Football League. I mean, just look at the stats on screen. He has the most touchdowns of 60-plus yards in NFL history. And the same for 80-plus yard touchdowns. He had 26 touchdowns of more than 60 yards, and he has 5 touchdowns of more than 80 yards to go along with guys like Jerry Rice, the best receiver in NFL history. But to be honest with you, I effing hate DeSean Jackson. I cannot stand him. Great player. Good football player. He has a cool rapper that rapped against Lil Snoop. Shout out to him and Meek Mill. But I am not a fan of DeSean Jackson. The way that he has just terrorized the Giants year after year, I still can't get over the play where he dropped the punt, picked it up, took it to the house, the miracle at the Meadowlands, ran across the goal line as the Giants punter had no chance to bring him down. But look, this show, it's not all about me. I want to take the pulse of all Giants fans right now. If you had to pick one deep threat to sign an NFL free agency, who would it be? Would you be down to bring John Ross back? He's still a free agent. The Giants have not re-signed him. Type JR in the comment section. Or if you want to bring DeSean Jackson, the NFC East killer, to the Meadowlands, you can go ahead in the comment section and type DJ. If you haven't yet, or you just were waiting, I don't know what you're doing. Go down right now, hit that big red button, subscribe to us here on New York Giants Now by Chat Sports, because we offer free daily videos on the latest Giants news and rumors. We go live on Wednesday. We do mailbags where we interact with the audience, and I promise our coverage and how many videos we get to do on this channel is only going to continue to go up because so does our subscriber count. So if you love the Giants and you're looking for another place to get Giants news and rumors content, lock us in right here, youtube.com/NYGiantsTV, or just go down right now, hit that big red button. Pierre, what up, bro? Who would be the best starting tight end? Outside of corners, tight end is another position that I'm concerned about. I like the guys we have on the roster, and Ricky Seals-Jones, Jordan Akins, the rookie Daniel Bellinger. But at the end of the day, none of those guys have proven to be starting caliber tight ends in the NFL. We've heard a lot about Daniel Bellinger in OTAs and minicamp, getting reps with the ones. He's looked good. He's displayed the soft hands. He wasn't asked to be a receiving threat in the college game last year, but he showed so far with the Giants coaches that he can do that. Do I expect a fourth-round rookie tight end to come and be a starter right away? No. I do have a high ceiling for him. I do have some big expectations for him. But I do think maybe week one, Ricky Seals-Jones is going to be the starter. But through the end of the year, down the stretch, I'm expecting Daniel Bellinger to take over and be the tight end one for the Giants. To answer your question, Pierre, I appreciate it. Brandon Lee, what up, Brody? Is there a strong possibility Taylor will start the season over Jones? No, there is absolutely zero chance that Tyrod Taylor will start week one of the NFL season for the New York Football Giants if Daniel Jones is healthy. If Daniel Jones gets hurt, then yes. But no way, shape, or form will Tyrod Taylor be the week one starter for the Giants. I like Tyrod Taylor as a backup and only as a backup. If he has to come in and play because Daniel Jones is hurt, fine. But Daniel Jones should be able to start every game of this season because this is his last chance to prove to himself, to me, to you, and the Giants organization that he can be a good starting quarterback in the NFL. Shout out to Aura, today's sponsor. We told you about the top of the show. Look, you do more online now than ever before. And Aura does more to keep you safe. So get started with them at aura.com/chatsports. Because look, they offer financial fraud protection, identity theft protection, online and device security. And if you got a family and you got some little ones, they have family plans to protect 5 people. The day and age of the scammers and the hackers are through the roof, and you want to make sure you're protected online with your card, with your bank, with all that good stuff. So get started today with Aura at aura.com/chatsports. 14-day free trial that you can cancel at any time. So get started with them today, aura.com/chatsports. Ronnie H., do you think Davis Sills makes the roster? #Sills Army, #Giants. I do not think that Davis Sills will make the Giants' 53-man roster. But I do think he's going to have a chance in the preseason to show his worth. We know that Davis Sills and Daniel Jones are best friends off the field. Davis Sills is a preseason legend. Last year, the Sills Army was out in full force. I like what he can do as a receiver, but the Giants right now already have 4 wide receivers that are locked into this roster. And Kenny Golladay, Sterling Shepard, Kadarius Toney, and Wan'Dale Robinson. And then C.J. Board is a special teams player that the Giants highly value. So that's 5 wide receivers already that are on this roster. In that last spot, you're going to have guys competing like Richie James, who's looked really well in minicamp. And day one of minicamp, he had the most targets and catches. You have Darius Slayton. You have Robert Foster. You have Colin Johnson. None of those guys are sexy names, but they're all going to be competing with Davis Sills to be the 6th wide receiver on this roster. I don't expect the Giants to keep more than 6 wide receivers. But I'll leave it up to you guys. I know Davis Sills has a lot of fans in this Giants fan base, so I'll let you voice your thoughts right now. Should Davis Sills make the Giants' 53-man roster? Let me know. Type Y for yes, or you can go down and type N for no. Superman26, what up, bro? Giants, I'd love to see Jimmy Smith get signed so we can lock up the corners. Do you think that would work? Get better, Marshall. Are you telling me to get better or the Giants' cornerback room? Yes, I did. I was sick last week, if that's what you're talking about. Thank you for the kind words. But the Giants' cornerback room has to get better. I like Jimmy Smith for the fact that he's played in Wink Martindale's system for the past couple of years. He knows what that system is like inside and out. And like we talked about, the Giants have a lot of young corners that are inexperienced on this team. So Jimmy Smith would be able to help a guy like Aaron Robinson get used to this system. Rodarius Williams get used to this system. Cor'Dale Flott get used to this system. I don't think Jimmy Smith is a starting level or starting caliber player in the NFL anymore, but I think he can come to the Giants, add some veteranship, add some leadership, and be a big brother to these younger corners. But him being a starter on this team, I think the day and age of Jimmy Smith being a starter in the NFL is most likely done. But I don't hate the idea of the Giants signing him. Appreciate it, Superman. Mr. NY Stadium, I was wondering where you're at, bro. You're always in on these live shows. I appreciate you. How many touchdowns do you think Daniel Jones will make this coming season? I always go back to this. In 12 games that Daniel Jones started in his rookie year, he threw 24 touchdowns. That was under Pat Shurmur, where Pat Shurmur let Daniel Jones drop back and be somewhat of a gunslinger. That's who he is. At Duke, he threw the ball all over the field. He liked to take chances. He can make the big-time throws. But then Jason Garrett came in and made him a check down Charlie. He made him take the first read. He often told him who to throw it to. So Daniel Jones became glued to his first read. But I expect that to change as Brian Daboll and Mike Kafka have come in and have said that we want Daniel Jones to be aggressive, to throw the ball downfield, to take chances. So if he threw 24 touchdowns in his rookie year in 12 games, 17 games now, can we get 30 touchdowns from Daniel Jones? Is that a little bit ambitious? Sure, but I think that's a very fair benchmark to set. So let's go with 30 over or under. I think it'd be right around there. If he does meet that quota, I think it'd be a solid year for Danny Dimes. Appreciate you, Mr. NY. Sandman 34. Do you think Cor'Dale Flott could start for the Giants? He's going to be in a cornerback room where it's going to be an opportunity for him to compete. The slot corner role right now is up in the air. It's going to be between him and Darnay Holmes. I like Darnay Holmes a good bit as a player. He has a little bit more experience. He's been in the NFL. He knows what it takes to be a starter in the NFL. But I'm a big fan of Cor'Dale Flott. I think he has a higher ceiling than a guy like Darnay Holmes. He's longer. He's 6'1", almost 200 pounds. Started the last 2 seasons for the LSU Tigers in the SEC. So I definitely think Cor'Dale Flott is going to have a chance to be a starter for the Giants this year. Anytime you're picked in the 3rd round of the NFL draft, you're not expected to be a starter in year 1, but you're damn sure going to have the chance to do so. And with the lack of bodies and honestly elite talent that this Giants secondary has, Flott is going to have a chance to come in and take over that starting slot corner role. I'd be pumped if he did, because that would mean the Giants got a starting corner in the 3rd round of the NFL draft. But let's show the rookie some love. Because, look, he's looked good in OTAs. He's looked good in minicamp. And, look, the Giants are going to be better if Cor'Dale Flott is better. So let's spam number 28, his jersey number, in the comment section. Let's get the good vibes going around Cor'Dale Flott. If you want him to be the best rookie in the NFL next season, type number 28 in the comment section.